All right, and we're back. Back 9, card number 2. Let's go, guys.
Do it.
Back to the action.
Shout out our sponsors, Innovadis, Tomahawk Threads, and Daniel Scalzini.
Dude, hell yeah, guys. To everyone else, Sandy Mames, Santa Cruz Signs, Dr. Otto. I mean, everybody, thank you so much for the love.
And let's start it right off. Hole 10, 148 feet, and it's elevated in the tree stump. Right, Ben?
Yeah, it's stumped up.
Yeah, I really like this location. I think they should implicate it a little bit more. What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. I'm starting to like the elevated baskets, at least at Black Mouse.
It adds an extra element to your putt. You know, you're far more likely to 3-putt that way.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know, extra pressure to park the hole, too.
Mm-hmm.
And Dylan just floating one right over my head. It's going to leave him a long putt for 2.
Yeah, like that right there. That's a scary putt.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
And here's Faith for her birdie opportunity.
Yeah, I
A
think
little grip lock.
Yeah, a little grip locked and doesn't give her a really nice shot. Yeah.
yeah, putting this thing up on the stump here really surrounds it in jail, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a good look to the basket.
Right. If you're not on the left side of the basket, you're in a bad spot.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Thought that thing was going to fall in there.
Took the stairs.
Yeah.
There's Marshall for 2.
Oh.
And Dylan for his birdie op.
Oh, no way.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Ooh, come rewind.
Beautiful putt.
Yeah, he's got a great little hyzer putt.
Yeah.
And then here's Doobie for birdie. I believe he's putting with the Team Greenlee P2 right there.
Ooh.
Style points. You can take a stroke off the score for that.
Yeah. The first tournament in 2017 was, or sorry, 2016, December 2016, we did an order of Discmania discs. So Doobie is one of the ones I always see repping that P2 in the bag.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome. P2s are sweet. Hole 11 here, we have that's a little backhand hole, but we're playing the alternate tee pad. So this turns it into one of the bigger holes on the course.
Yeah, it may only be, you know, so many feet, but look how many trees there are.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about any good lines here. I've played this hole minimal times in my life.
Yeah, I think that was about as ideal. Dylan's shot was pretty ideal. It didn't get hit by any early trees, but that was a beautiful line.
And Marshall's, too. Marshall takes this brand new line, you know, throwing a forehand on an Anheuser line, and I think he ends up just about 30 short.
No way, yeah.
He was bragging about it.
And Faith probably not stoked on that drive. Just hits pretty much the first tree.
Yeah, let's see if she can pick it up. Looks like she made it pretty good ways up that fairway.
Here's Doobie from pretty far back on the fairway, but he throws a beautiful
Wow.
flex shot. I think he said that was his katana.
Katana, yeah.
And then this looks like Faith screens Champion Shark.
Shit. Yeah, so that was a nice little skip up there, huh?
Shark.
Dylan. Oh, that looks like maybe if it didn't tickle those trees, it might have gone in there.
Yeah, I wonder how many birdies there were on this hole.
Wow.
Marshall just missed. I
Yeah.
don't think very many, if any.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was pretty close considering.
Yeah, that's definitely outside looking. It was a nice putt, though.
Yeah.
So it looks like we'll have some pars from the boys and then a bogey from Faith. Tell us about this next hole, Chris.
All right, here we have hole 12. I really... Oh, hole 11?
No,
Yeah.
this is 12.
This is 12. Here we have hole 12, and then this one's one of my favorite. I usually take this wide left. A lot of people take, which I think Doobie tried to take there. Was that Doobie?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and then I know a lot of people go up the middle. There's a classic story about Umstead's daughter who's got the ace, and I'm sure those of you who know her, she's told you the story. But yeah.
Jenny Upset has an ace on this hole?
Yeah, on a thumber. Right down the middle. Splash chains.
Wow,
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't exactly stoked on my angle for the throws here, but after getting that ace on hole 3, we wanted to make sure we had the basket in sight.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I hear that. Doobie with a nice looking up here. Ooh, might be a little bit short, but I kind of like that looking down at the basket from that upper view right there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Always a tough putt because usually you have to skim just over that log
Yeah, you're right.
when you're
Definitely.
on the short
You
side.
have to just commit to going low.
Yeah, here's a
like
good
that.
example of it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Great putt by Marshall. Had to rewind it back because this is just a perfect example of the putts that you deal with at Black Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was beautiful putt.
You know, Marshall likes to do those kind of loft putts, but, you know, who knows if maybe that was adapting to the course.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah. Like, I think I was telling Keenan before, maybe Ian or somebody else, you know, I became a really safe putter after playing Daylaw so much because I was always afraid to roll into a canyon. And out here, I think it made me just a really more creative putter because you almost never have, like, even footing. You always have to do something a little out of the ordinary.
That's a really good description, actually, Ben. But here on 13, we got a really one of the more similar holes. You want to get this one, really, but well, you see Marshall doing the line that you see most people do, and he almost puts it in.
This could have been an ace if that little ace blocker stump wasn't in the way, but just clears the gap just perfectly and just coming in right at the basket. Doink.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Hard to say if maybe that was a few feet shorter, might have skipped right over the stump and in.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks like Doobie's going for the opposite route, a little lefty around the left side. Just gets a little turned over, but he'll have a putt.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have a putt from there.
And I think Dylan's throwing his Nova here.
Yeah, he's throwing that backhand line, which is a little bit tougher of a line, but if you have it in your arsenal, it's definitely just as good. Faith looking pretty good right there. She's, a little bit farther out than I thought.
Oh.
Oh, man. What a run there.
And here's Doobie for his second shot. Trying to take out my ankles with the Captain America.
Man, I've seen what those can do in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous disc.
And there's Dylan from his lie. He just went a little deep right.
Yeah.
Doobie.
Looks like,
Nice putt for par save.
yeah. Marshall going to be the only one picking up the birdie here.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a stroke on the poke.
Yep. Nice when you almost get the ace and you still get the birdie.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Marshall without a hat on.
Whoa.
No way.
Dude, he should cut that hair.
Yeah. Looks like a homeless hippie.
Didn't even know he had hair.
Hole 14. Don't you have an ace on this hole, Chris?
Yeah, this is my first ace ever at Black Mouse. Rhino.
Right?
Backhand.
Champion Rhino.
Gummy?
No, this is no gum.
Mm.
No gum to this Rhino.
I was there. I can attest.
How'd your breath smell?
Oh. I don't know.
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
But look at Dylan's line here. He's going for the sidearm, which you don't really see as often on this hole.
Ooh, but he looks really good. Oh, man,
Yeah.
that looked like it was about to go in.
Almost aced it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Wow. Yeah, I don't really see that shot ever out of a right-handed person.
And Faith throwing the right line, just a little high, but that'll give her a putt.
Oh, yeah, Marshall looking at one of the most dangerous putts right here.
Yeah, my angle definitely didn't do it justice. I was trying to get the basket in there at the same time. Luckily, he didn't miss it because he missed it. And I would have been pissed if he made that and couldn't see the basket.
That's a tough one to film. I've been in that position. You know, anytime you film in the woods, it's tough to get the proper angle.
Oh,
Bad roll away, huh?
bad roll away, but it could have been much worse.
Oh.
Kind of got saved there.
Ooh, misses the comebacker too. You know you wanted that.
Yeah, and Doobie's kicking himself for that one. Dylan just missing that bird. Sit down now.
You'd hate to see that turn into a bogey.
Yeah. I think this is Faith for her par save. A little low.
Just a little bit, yeah.
I think Dylan's putting with McPro AVRs here, but he's making the switch to Legacy Plastic. So
Yeah. Well, this basket too is one of the worst ones on the whole course. I mean, it is beat up.
yeah.
Literally. I think.
Oh, look at those moves on Dylan. Have you ever
Whoa.
seen a disc retrieval like this?
I thought he was in semi-pro baseball.
Yeah.
It's soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah.
Man's got moves.
Just an athlete out here, ladies and gentlemen. Dylan Opens.
And then Marshall, the gentleman, retrieving everybody's discs.
Oh, yeah. Really nice for a homeless guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, where do we find this guy? We just pick him up on the side of the road.
Behind Safeway, yeah.
Oh, okay. We just throw him on lead card, huh?
He
Hole
told us he was
15.
good.
Hole 15 here, we have a pretty tough hole. You really got to get going left. You want to play something with a little bit
Oh, this shot.
oh,
Yeah.
something that's just going to be a little bit longer of a route, like a slower disc. I mean,
Yeah, you can't see that one finish, but that was probably the best shot I have ever seen on this hole.
Yeah, which is crazy because you almost never see someone even throw a forehand here. It doesn't even make sense.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Marshall threw his, I think he said it was his Flex Hurricane, and he landed
Yeah.
probably within 2 feet.
It definitely is. He's got two blue Flex Hurricanes that he's rotating. The brighter one is the more overstable. But yeah, I saw it from the next tee, and he's probably hit about, I don't know, 30 feet short, slid right past it to, I don't know, right
Dylan.
parked.
Wow, is that an overturned flick?
That was a Firebird, it looked like.
Yeah, it did look like a Firebird. Was that a sexy?
That's, yeah, the 2017 Sexton.
Oh,
Wonder what he's going to replace that with now with Legacy.
I think the enemy
The
might be
enemy,
something.
is there replacing a Firebird?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the often imitated, never duplicated, right, Ben?
Well, it's crazy. That disc has been so good that every company basically had to come up with their own version.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. It is one of the best, in my opinion.
Oh! Big throw in with Faith and her champion Shark.
Wow. A little wobbly off the hand, and it still just drives in there.
Right.
Yeah, that shark's got teeth.
Yeah.
So then you can also see right there, that's where Marshall landed. He's kind of, you can see he's looking at the CTP flag and wondering how somebody else got closer than he did.
And he's like, who did that?
It was
No
Chris
way.
Grimes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Chris Grimes.
Shout out the other Chris G.
Yeah, the other Chris G of Black Mouse.
Man.
Stealing my thunder.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
That's what I'm saying.
Stealing Marshall's thunder, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Or at least the CTP prize.
Exactly.
Well, coming up here we have hole 16, and it's 245 feet. But I like to bring up our old friend Sam here. He, rest in peace. He got a nice ace on this hole. It was one of the best aces I've ever seen.
Yeah, how do you do that?
It was a flick and a skip.
Wow.
That's definitely the preferred route. Just throw something overstable through the gap. But I don't think I've ever seen Faith throw a sidearm. That was probably the first
I don't
time.
think so either.
And it didn't work out like she hoped. So maybe she'll be going back to the trusty.
Well, we saw what a good turnover she could throw on like hole 7, which is kind of similar. I'm surprised she didn't do that here.
Oh, wow. Doobie just planted that one right by the basket. Pretty much exactly what you want to do here.
And then Dylan went for Marshall's line because Marshall just makes it look so good, but it's really hard.
I mean,
Yeah.
Dylan's an amazing player. If anyone's going to try to duplicate what Marshall does, he's probably the guy, but that's a really tough route.
Yeah, that's definitely more of a local route, but still, it's tough either way.
And here's Marshall for his second shot. Definitely a tough downhill putt.
Maybe if he wins the tournament, he can buy a belt.
And
Dylan,
is this for Dylan's too?
I think that's for 2, yeah.
Doobie just parked. Beautiful
Yeah.
shot.
With the falling bag.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Well, I'm pretty sure Doobie's, or I guess that's an upper park bag. Looks like it.
I mean, they're in a park.
Yeah.
Well,
And this is probably the ugliest basket on the course. It's been beat up.
yeah,
Oh yeah, there's
definitely beat up.
some
It was
history.
used to be a garden hoses, called it the silencer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because of the neighbor.
Yeah, that's right. Hole 17, we have this one just under 200 feet, and it sits up a little bit higher. One of the more difficult holes. I mean, we've seen Caesar ace it, Keenan and I,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a beautiful ace.
Mhm.
But yeah, this one's really difficult.
Did he go backhand over that log?
Yeah, and it just kind of stalled up in the air, and then just fell right in there.
Strong side, yeah.
And the
crazy.
best part is it won him the tournament. It
Yeah,
was
he won the monthly by 1 stroke.
What?
by 1 stroke, and that was the last hole. So
Mhm.
it was epic for sure.
Faith just saw the evil side of this hole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's got 1 ticket to Tick City.
Ooh, yeah.
We don't like going there.
Well, look how bad this is. And there's
Oh gosh, I
That's-
just see the ticks.
and Poison Oak probably.
Oh yeah, there might be like ticks made out of poison oak.
Yeah. Hybrid with lasers on their heads.
Oh my god.
Freaking sharks, freaking laser beams.
So here's Doobie for his second shot.
Yeah. Dylan, ooh, this is fun. Here we go.
This is a steep putt right here.
Oh,
off
what a
the-
bid. He's
off
so
the
tall, it's
cage.
like almost level.
Yeah.
Nice. I think that was a little deuce for Marshall.
Nice, that's it. Yeah, you're always stoked to pick up the birdie on this hole for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
And then Faith with a good putt to save her bogey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
maybe Doobie could have taken a second longer on that one. Looked a little rushed.
Yeah. Kind of just gets that way at the end of the round, you know.
Mhm.
Sure. Faith has a really unusual putting style, but she really makes it work.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not something that not a putting method I've done.
I think the trick is she doesn't spin it super hard. She puts a lot of like oomph into it, but it's not the spin. So I don't think she goes long too bad.
Is that right?
All right, here's the part where everybody slaps hands and congratulates
hands.
everybody on a good round. This was a fun round. We had an ace. We had some good shots.
A lot
Oh
of
yeah,
fun.
it was awesome. But here we have Marshall coming down.
This is a moonshine spark he's throwing here.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much Firebird.
Well, they say it's maybe even, the beefiest end of Firebirds. One of the more overstable discs ever made.
Hmm.
No
The
way.
moonshine
Wow.
versions.
Right.
That's their glow.
Moonshine is pretty strong stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'll turn over.
Dylan going for that similar route that Marshall did.
Yeah, I looked a little indecisive on which way you wanted to go, but got a little lucky and then a little unlucky.
Sometimes when I drink a lot of moonshine, I really start to glow.
Great shot by Faith, but unfortunate
Whoa.
roll there.
Yeah, I mean.
And here's where Marshall, you can see him poking out at, he's might have his bed back there, but
Yeah. I think that's where we found him.
Little camping area.
It's free if they don't catch you.
Yeah.
here's Dylan for 2.
Oh no.
Just rushed it.
Yeah, a little unlucky there.
And Doobie finishing strong though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a pretty solid round.
Oh my.
Whoa, he's got tricks.
Yep.
I don't know if he's a baseball player, folks.
He might be Globetrotter.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Dunk contest.
I think it's just all around Olympian athlete.
Yeah. Was he in the
Oh,
early-
there you
go.
Oh, what?
Marshall
Marshall had to,
says, I can do it too.
And then in the top right, we also have TD Del Pickles.
Oh,
pick
shout out Del.
on.
So there you have it, guys. Faith, Marshall, Doobie, and I guess the lowest round would be Marshall. Shortly behind him would be Doobie. And that was a lot of fun, huh?
I had a blast.
Yeah, I had a blast. Thank you, everyone, once again. Just want to reiterate for all the support that we've had. It's been great. Love you all. Love Black Mouse. Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers to Chris.